Well, Maria, I want to say thank you for allowing me to have the time to meet with you and talk to you about how Charter Spectrum can really help your business grow by implementing the technology that Charter Spectrum can bring to your business. So if you don't mind, if I could use the whiteboard, I'm just more of a visual person as opposed to just talking. So
Yeah.
okay. So the first thing I want to do is I just want to set the purpose of the meeting in the sense of, we had talked about your network and how you're really not happy with the performance, and because of the lack of performance from your current network, it's really acting as a growth limiter to your business. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to talk about how Charter Spectrum can allow you to grow instead of stifling your growth for your business. So just some of the different objectives that I want to cover today is that really in my experience I've seen that there's three things that customers or most businesses have in common, and that is that all businesses obviously want to increase their revenue, right?
Yes.
You wouldn't be in business if you're going to be losing money,
exactly.
right? Okay. And then the other thing is, in order to increase revenue, you also want to increase productivity, correct?
Yes.
And you want to increase that productivity through your employees, through your network, through the different applications and technology that that your employees will use.
Mm-hmm.
All at the same time, you want to decrease your infrastructure. Would you agree with those three objectives? You want to increase revenue, increase productivity, and at the same time decrease your infrastructure?
Correct.
Okay. So I'm going to talk today about how Charter Spectrum can help you with those three objectives by bringing in Charter Spectrum. So in today's market, there's all kinds of demands that are being placed on you and your company. And what I've seen in my experience is really that there's three things in common that, throughout business that are creating those demands. And so the first one, I would say, is your company. Your company itself has these demands that it's placing on your business. The second one are your employees and the different applications and technology that they are requiring you to have in order to be productive, correct? And then the third, and of course the most important one, are your customers. And that your customers obviously like your product, want more of it, and want you to be up to date with technology and really expect that from you and your business, correct? So all of these things are creating demands on your business. Your company itself, your employees, and your customers. And these demands aren't going away. They're constantly growing and increasing. And so with that, you have your demands, and then you also have your initiatives that you want to put into place. Different applications, different types of technologies, different things that are going to help you grow your company and that will fulfill these demands, right? And in order to take care of these demands and get you to your initiatives, you have what I'm showing here as representing your network capacity. Okay, so this here is representing your current network capacity. And so I just want to go over a couple of things in terms of your current state for your network. So in your current state, there are a few things that are kind of holding you back from getting to your initiatives. And one is that you kind of had underestimated the needs of your business and the demands that were going to be placed on your business, right?
Correct.
From my understanding, you started out with the 60 meg internet and thought that was going to be enough. Found out that wasn't going to be enough, and so And so yeah, so you had to increase to the next level, and when you started out with the 60 meg, you found that you had some latency issues, had some outages, experienced some dropped calls, and so so what you did is you were more in a reactive state, right? Trying to bolt on fixes to those issues, right? You started out with the 60 meg, then increased to the 80 meg, and then increased to the 100, and still found that these demands were too much for the current network, which was then blocking you from being able to get to your desired state by increasing these initiatives. Yes, correct. So that was really more of like what I call a break fix cycle. And so because of you underestimating your needs and the demands of your company, the different issues you had with the drop calls, and really kind of just trying to do a patchwork fix. Like I said, it blocked you from being able to achieve your next initiatives and implement growth for your business. So what I want to talk to you about now is the cost of that. What has that cost your business?
A lot of money.
Right? So why now? Why should you change now? Well, because like you said, it's revenue impacting. It costs you a lot of money. When you're dropping calls,
you're losing business.
Correct. And if you have outages, your employees are sitting around waiting for the internet to start working, and that's again revenue impacting. That's not allowing you to continue with business on a day-to-day basis. There's a lack of business continuity. And then the last thing really is because of those two things, it really is, like I said before, limiting the growth of your company. Wouldn't you agree? You haven't really, you told me before that you hadn't really placed any new applications or technology because you're a little bit wary of whether your network would be able to handle those new initiatives, right? Well, what I'm proposing is that with Charter Spectrum, we'll be able to take care of all of those demands, get you to the cloud, and take care of all the initiatives that you want to put in place with your business. And remember, I was saying before that this was your current network capacity, right? Well, now with Charter Spectrum, this is now representing your current network, or excuse me, this will now be your current network. Okay, so we'll be able to take care of the ever-increasing demands on your business, and get you to the next initiative, or excuse me, to the next growth cycle. And Cisco, you've heard of Cisco, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they did a study where they found that businesses that took advantage of technology and placed the infrastructure, or put in place the infrastructure that allowed their business to grow, actually grew by 3 times their competitors. So businesses that did not put in place a good infrastructure and took advantage of technology, they didn't grow. Yeah, they stayed at the same. And so another way that we do that is not only by bringing in 1,000 megabytes, a gig of internet, and then what we'll do is pare that down to what suits your needs. But that 1,000 megs is there, so if you ever need to expand the bandwidth, all you have to do is just give us a call. And you do that by calling, we have what's called one team, one number, and one network.
One for all.
One for all, exactly. And this really is the foundation to your future growth and initiatives. It's this one team, meaning you'll have what's called a major account representative that will check in with you every 6 months or annually to check to see how your network is how it's working for you. If there's anything we can do to help you increase that if you need it. You have also a dedicated engineer, so if you ever have any issues or anything like that, or want to add more applications or different things to your network, then you can get in contact with our engineer and have your engineer and ours work together, so that way we can make sure that we get you up to speed. You'll also have the local sales rep, which would be me. So if you want to add anything, you can always give me a call. I can get you in contact with different people. And then the last thing, one other thing too is on the one number. We have what's called a network operations center that's monitored 24/7. So we monitor your network 24/7. So if there's ever any issues.
So it's more like an alarm company.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if we ever see anything that starts to look like it's going haywire or whatever, we get on it, call you, and make sure that we get that up and running. The other thing is that we have what's called one network. So with most other companies like Telepacific or Verizon, really they are using AT&T's network and then bringing the last mile on their network. Whereas with us, we own our own network, we operate it, and we monitor it. So that way you don't have to deal with several different companies. We deal with everything. So so this really is going to be the foundation to growing your company and making sure that you are able to put into place the different applications and initiatives that's going to help you grow. So there was actually another customer. I'm not going to put their name here, just out of privacy, but Client X had a similar situation, where they were kind of in this break-fix cycle, and they ended up getting Charter Spectrum, and they found that their call center actually ran a lot smoother. They didn't have frustrated employees. Everything was just working a lot better because of the amount of bandwidth and the reliability that we had. So they were able to actually increase their revenue because they didn't have to deal with dropped calls or anything like that. And then another thing that they found with our network is that they really enjoyed the fact that they had this one team and one number to reach out to, whereas before with the previous provider, they were on hold forever, and so they were just they were happy with the one team approach that Charter Spectrum was able to give them. So what I would like to do is talk about the next steps and how we can start getting Charter Spectrum into place for your business and help you start growing. So what I'm going to put up here is the next steps. And so what I would like to do is just get in contact with your engineer, have our engineer talk with them, and really kind of do like a discovery meeting in terms of what applications and things you actually want to put in place. So then that way our engineer can make sure that we provide you with the correct products. Correct. And then from there, once we figure out what it is that we need to provide to you so that way you can grow, what we'll do is we'll recommend a solution. Okay. And so after that, then we'll do a review meeting. And that way we can go from there. So how does that sound to you?
Sounds like a plan.
Perfect. All right. Well, thanks so much, Maria. I appreciate the time. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right.